I'm going to be cooking in the Instapot today, and I'm going to make a dish that Cordelia really likes. She's one of the few people that I know that absolutely love different kinds of mac and cheese. And so this is going to be a green chili mac and cheese. I roasted up a couple of poblano peppers earlier, peeled them, took the skin off of them, seeded them, everything else along those lines. I'm going to start out here with the base in the Instapot itself. I'm using an Instapot to cook pasta. Actually is really quite simple, and it makes a really good one-pot dish. So what I'm going to do is I have 2 tablespoons of butter here. I'm going to melt this, and then I'm going to saute onions, garlic, and a whole jalapeno. But in the case of this, the onions are white onions, and that's a small one. The garlic is 6 cloves of garlic, roughly 2 tablespoons. And the jalapenos is just a regular simple jalapeno, but in this case, I put a little bit of a twist on it. I do my own pickled jalapenos. So I took about a 1/4 cup of pickled jalapenos, and I'm going to add that to this dish as well, too. The cheeses that I'm going to use, because this is a spin on something else, isn't a traditional bechamel cheese sauce. So there's not going to be any flour in this. But it is not going to be gluten-free because I'm going to use gluten pasta in it. I have 2 cups of shredded cheddar and 1 cup of shredded pepper jack. You can use regular jack as well too. It actually calls for in the recipe itself a 1/2 cup of cheese, but I'm going to let 1/2 cup of cheese go to waste, so I just shredded it all. So it's equal portions of cheddar and jack in this case. I have heavy cream, 2 cups of heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of Mexican crema, which you can find in most grocery stores. And then instead of using elbow pasta, it actually calls for large elbow pasta. I'm going to use ziti instead. And then last, my liquid base is 2 cups of vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock if you choose to. So we'll start out here. We've got the Instapot on high. I'm going to melt the butter down. Once that's done, I'm going to add the vegetables to it, saute them for a couple of minutes. In fact, I think it says do it for 3 minutes until they're softened but not brown. Then you add the cream, salt, pepper, and macaroni with the broth, and then you continue from there. So let's get this melted. Let me get the vegetables start to saute, and I'll be back. This is one of the few times that you saute items in the Instapot and you don't run it on high. I guess I'm used to running it on high, sauteing vegetables for Indian recipes. This is actually just going to be on normal. So let's get the onions, the garlic, and this is a lot of garlic. But as one who loves cooking with garlic, this is a great recipe. And we'll add the jalapenos as well too. Set a timer, 3 minutes. Get this all mixed up. Now, with the jalapenos, as I said, I do pickled jalapenos. You don't have to do that. And if you don't like as much heat, you can seed it. But this, it says this basically stem it, chop it, add it to it, and saute it. So for me, I like the extra heat. I like the extra zing that comes from the pickled jalapeno as well too. And because I am not sauteing this on high heat, the vegetables are just softening. They're not turning brown or anything else along those lines as well too. So, and you don't want to brown or scorch garlic either, because it turns bitter when you overcook garlic as well too. So what you're basically doing is just taking the flavor out and slightly softening it. So while that's getting set up, let me see here. I need salt. So let me grab a teaspoon from out of here. I also need some, a tablespoon of ground pepper. It's quite a bit. All right. And I like this Mission, I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyways, I got this on Kickstarter. It's a pepper mill. And you can change the coarseness on it. And then it grinds down here into this. We can come out of here. What is this called? It's the Man Kitchen pepper mill. And I absolutely love this. They have one for salt as well too, but I'm not spending $200 on a salt mill. But I add different kinds of pepper to this. I think it's a blend of 4 or 5 different kinds of black pepper, red, so on and so forth. All right. Vegetables are nice and soft. Definitely smell. Oh yeah. You can smell the garlic. You can definitely smell the peppers in here. And I use a little bit of bourbon when I'm pickling my peppers as well too. That actually enhances the flavor a lot as well too. So let's see here. Let's measure this out. This is a half a tablespoon, so I'm going to do, what's it called? I got to make sure I got this right. So this is a tablespoon. So there's 1/2. There's 2 halves. Salt. 5 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. What are we adding now? Broth. Cream. And the mac itself, or in this case, the pasta of choice. Now I'm going to stir this up as well too to ensure that everything gets off of the bottom and is well mixed up as well. Time to add the lid. Put on seal. Pressure cook for 8 minutes. Once that's done, then we'll come back, add the cheese to it, the poblanos, what's left of the other half of the crema, and then I'll dice up some scallions. You can use cilantro, and that's it. The pasta's done cooking. You do a quick release, let the steam come off of it, and we'll add the last little couple of ingredients to it. Already chopped up green onions. So all I need to do now is combine the cheese, the crema, and the poblano peppers, and everything should be good to go. You do want to adjust the salt and pepper after the cook as well too, just to make sure that the flavors are as you want. The cream and the broth sure made a mess. So as we're waiting for this, it doesn't take that long. I think I was waiting maybe 10 minutes for this entire thing to cook. This is a very quick thing to get done. They say it's done in less than 30 minutes, which they're probably right. So if you're crunched for time, it's one of those quick meals that you can do. So you can see inside the pot, the pasta is fairly well cooked. It looks good. It's not uneven in any way at all. Let's go ahead and add the crema to this. The cheese. And then I'll add the poblanos here in a second. If you don't have a bench scraper, I'd say you should invest in one if you do a lot of cooking. Or even if you don't, you just need something handy to help you pick up things off of a cutting board. Let me get the rest of this crema out of here. Don't look good. Creme fraiche. Now you can use sour cream as well too. You don't have to use the Mexican crema. I just like the flavor of crema. It's not as sour as sour cream. It is very much a consistency and taste like creme fraiche. So get this all combined. The heat is off. We'll cancel here. You're going to let all of this combine. I'm going to put the lid back on, and you're going to let this melt and sit for an additional 2 minutes. So all the cheese, the milk, the butter, and everything else along those lines is good. Now I'm going to take a taste of this and see if it needs any more salt. Definitely doesn't need more salt. It's salty enough as it is. So I'll be back in 2 minutes, add the green onions to it, and give you my final verdict. Let me grab a bowl here.
Currently in Lake Medina Shores, Texas, it's 80 degrees and cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy with a forecasted high of 80 and a low of 70.
So we'll grab that little bit here. Yes, as you can hear from my Google Home, it is dinner time. This is a nice creamy consistency to it. Now, I did probably about 3 green onions. They say to use the tops only. I can use the entire thing. Don't let anything go to waste. I do save the bottoms if they have a good root structure on them, and I'll go plant them outside in my garden. But anyways, you can see it's definitely peppery, but it's not hot. Like spicy hot. Temperature-wise, yes. But it's not overly salty. I'll probably add a little bit less salt next time, possibly. 5 teaspoons is a lot. But this is actually quite good. The pickled jalapenos I really like in this, and the roasted poblanos just add a little extra to it that turn this into something that's spectacular. So would I make it again? Of course. This is like the second or third time I've made this. Cordelia will absolutely love this. So, to all of you, bon appetit.